Hello everyone, and here's our logic puzzle for the week. Clue number 1, Bogler hopped twice as many times as Figgle. So if we look at the hops, the two numbers that are doubled are 310 and 620. So whenever we figure out who's who, we'll know that Bogler is the 620 and Figgle is the 310. Twice as much, 310. There we go. Okay. Number 2, subtract the number of feet George spit a seed from the number of bottle caps he owned to find the number of bottle caps Gregory owned. All right, so here's some mathing. So we're going to start with George, and we're looking at feet spitting. If you subtract the number of feet from the number of bottle caps, so start with this number and subtract this number, and we want it to come out to some other bottle cap number. So we're probably not going to take the lowest one and subtract any of these from, because then we can't get a smaller bottle caps. If we start with 500 and subtract any of them, we aren't going to get to the other ones. So I'm thinking George's bottle caps is going to have to be the 230, and then we subtract his feet, and the one that's going to work with that is 20 to get Gregory's bottle caps, which would be 210, which means that Gail has to have 500. Okay? Then the last one, Bogler spit a seed the farthest. Dun, 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 dun. So we know that George is not Bogler. And then Figgle was the worst spitter. Well, now we know that George isn't Figgle either. But Figgle owned the most bottle caps. And there it is. So that means Gail's last name is Figgle, which means she has 310 hops. And it said that Figgle was the worst spitter. So that's 14 feet. Okay, now I can fill in the rest, because that means the one left over, Gregory, has to be Bogler, and Bogler spit the seed the furthest, and Bogler had 620 hops, and then the last one over here, the one that's left over, is 510, and there you go.